Christ rules in our hearts.
The word of Christ dwells in us.
Please greet your neighbor with a sign of peace.
Peace. Hug. How are you? Good, good.
Oh, good morning. Peace be with you. How are you?
Thanks, John. How's Jim?
By the way, we didn't forget. It's just that we're going to have to move up the date so we have time.
Oh,
We
okay.
have time.
Okay,
We
fine.
didn't forget.
Everything all right?
Yeah, she's getting better.
Oh, good, good.
Thank God.
Good.
Good. Peace.
Announcements. Any announcements? Yes, Don.
I just want to remind you that next Sunday will be outreach. So if you'd like to make a contribution to outreach. And every other Sunday, we're trying to raise the roof. So please don't forget about $1 a week. That's all we ask. $1 a week for raising the roof. So don't forget about raising the roof. But next week is outreach.
Great.
We have an announcement about a dear friend and parishioner, Teresa Pierulli, was in a car accident yesterday. She's in Valhalla, the Westchester Medical Center. Prayers would be appreciated. I don't personally know the address, but I'm sure you find it out, maybe information or something if you want to find out how she's doing. From what I understand, she blacked out. She was getting terrible headaches, and she blacked out while she was driving. And the car apparently hit her car, so she has a fracture of the sternum and pinky so far. That's what I've heard up to date. So please, your prayers would be appreciated. If you might be able to go on your own, she would be appreciated.
Teresa is the lady who lives right next to the office. So, and we've had some great times and conversations. So, she was in our prayer list today. She wasn't written in, but we spoke her because it just happened. And our thoughts are with her. Yes, sir.
Please take a last look at the books over in the cottage. They won't be there very much longer. They're all going to disappear before the Lobster Fest. Because all the shelving will be used for the silent auction. So there's still some very good books over there in a lot of categories for $1 each. So have a look.
Can we give checks for the lobster bake after at the cottage to
Yes,
roast?
I have tickets, and I just want to say I was over at Red Lobster. Red Lobster has given us a $50 gift certificate for the silent auction, and it's donating the bibs and the napkins for the event, so we can stay nice and cool. So I'm waiting for the guy to come and give us to talk to me, and I was looking at their menu, and you get a very tiny little runty lobster for $27 with bacon tail. So, let's put this in perspective here.
Wow.
And if anybody feels that they can't come that night, if they're going to be away, take a ticket anyway. If there's somebody who would like to come. Everybody that I mentioned it to wants to come. Whether they come or not is another thing. But it's such a great deal, if nothing else. And of course, there's so much more. I have tickets. I'll be in the car.
Tammy is the ticket official lobster. I'm trying to buy her a lobster outfit. You know how they have those big claws that you can put on your hand? I asked her if she'd be willing to put on a claw and stand out in front of St. John's. The ticket's in her hand with a big lobster claw. So far, she's ignored that. I'm still, if anybody finds a big lobster claw for 99 cents at the please purchase it. I'll pay you back.
Yeah, I also want to say, last year we did very, very well with our silent auction items. We had over 200 items, and everything went. It's easy to bring in things that we can put in silent auction. If you go to a particular hairdresser, you go and a manicure, there's a restaurant that you pay to, you could ask them. We have the letter from Rusty that explains what it's all about. Ask them if they'd be willing to donate a certificate for a manicure or something that the people can go and have dinner or whatever. It's really easy to do, and it can really help us because those silent auction items always do very well.
I have more letters from Rusty. If anybody was just inspired, I have some of those too. Also the ad for the journal, which you can also ask me and ask. I have those too.
I'd like to make a video announcement. There's been a sign that I added below our sign out front. It directs people to the St. John's page that has all the videos for almost all the services. And they don't need, people on the computer do not need any special software. It's done in a software called Flash, so anyone who has a fast connection. So it's wilmotvideos.com. Anyone enters that in, they go to a page that lists almost all the services, including the Festal concert, which has a clip for each performer. So anyone who knows someone who wasn't at that concert and wants to share that with someone, you just need to give them that name, wilmotvideos.com.
Thanks for everything. We have some things on the back of the page, but I guess the big news is the Lobster Fest is the big thing. And it is, by the way, they have lots of non-seafood donated. So if you're not a seafood eater, you don't have to worry about being limited that night food-wise. Let's see. We have guests in the house, and this is Ann and Bill Corbett. Ann and Bill just graduated from the seminary. They just got ordained in June.
Oh.
And they live in Connecticut, right? Long Island? How did I get Connecticut? Okay, never mind.
Near the water.
I was drinking the holy water this morning. They live in Long Island, and they came to visit. They said, how long did it take to get here? 20 minutes. 20 minutes. And they had written me and said that they would like to come visit their former dean this summer and watch him embarrass himself publicly, humiliate himself.
And you did.
And I didn't disappoint, did I? Public humiliation is good for the spirit. You know, I always used to say to my students when they misspelled something and I corrected them in front of them, embarrassed them, I said, you'll never misspell that word again, will you? Because there's some virtue in being foolish in front of other people, I think. There's some work, perhaps, maybe not. But Ann and Bill are all the students were really very special to me, but Ann and Bill were very special to me because they're very accomplished people, and I don't want to embarrass them and tell them, but they came to the seminary as an adjunct to what they've already accomplished in life. And it was an extraordinary 2 years. I only was their dean for 1 year, the second year. But it was an extraordinary experience to have the seminary, the interfaith seminary, is really attracting people who are very accomplished in other areas of their life now. It wasn't always that way. But it was really a great pleasure, and I am just so thrilled to see you here today. It's just a great, thank you for coming. Seeing me. Please join us for coffee hour. We have right in the cottage here, we have a little coffee and some bagels and cheese and things, and please join us. Did anybody hug them during the hugging? Tammy told me we had a guest who will never return to the church because she unbridledly hugged her. She said she went to her like this. Hi! And hugged her, and the woman kind of froze, and then she never returned. So we have to put a codicil to the hugging ministry is don't scare people away. No, sorry. No, I just think it's a funny story. No, I won't say it. Believe me, I'll do all the scaring. All I have to do is come in. And Rusty, the scaring I don't do with the music, Rusty does with the sermon. So, if they're going to get scared, they're going to get scared. But they have that. So we have that, a couple things on public radio, and I think we can. Oh, and the cabaret. I'm supposed to talk that up a little bit. A cabaret on September 29th, if you mark your calendars. That's going to be that. A cabaret on September 29th, if you mark your calendars. That's going to be quite interesting. Mimi, Rusty, and Eric, and some guests, as you've never seen us. And I'll leave to your imagination, musically, by the way. Musically, as you've never seen us. I'm not wearing anything funny outfits that I know of, although I do have an Ethel Merman costume in storage that I could get out dry clean.
Sounds good.
One last thing, remember we did a lot about Mary Magdalene a week or so ago. I have this book that I've read and I just loved. It's, the name of it is Mary Called Magdalene, and it's a fictional account of what her life might have been like. If anybody would like to borrow it, I'd be very glad to lend it to you, and I think that you will enjoy it. Anybody who's read the Red Tent, it's kind of like in that kind of thing. So I think you'll enjoy it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.